back to my channel. You may call me Miss Introvert. If you're new here, welcome. If not, thanks for stopping by again. I want to thank everyone who is watching these videos, even if it is the tiniest handful, for your continued support. This is a safe place for introverts who need some helpful writing advice and tips for developing storylines. If you're an extrovert and you enjoy storytelling as well, then stick around. Today, we are going to take another look at the writing process. We already covered ideas, what to do with them, outlining, and now, are we actually gonna start writing? Still no. If you don't understand the reference, go watch my Writing Experiment Part 3 video. In fact, if you haven't watched any of them, go watch all of them right now. But still, no. Not that you can't. Keep that writing muscle strong by writing as much as possible. However, we still have a few more steps to complete before we begin our actual story. Today we're going to look at the 3 P's of your book. I know, it sounds weird. Now, if it wasn't already clear, and I've tried to implement this fact, but this series is really only for those who write fiction or story-styled work. I don't write nonfiction as much as I do fiction, but there are a couple of things in my videos that can relate to both sides of the writing coin, like outlining, researching ideas, and the nitty-gritty stuff that is very important. If you're looking for nonfiction writing tips, there are plenty of other videos on this platform that you can check out as well. You're probably wondering what the 3 P's are. It's a weird phrase that I made up, but it stands for 3 very important parts of writing a fictional book. Keep watching and you will find out what they are. Without further ado, let's begin. The first P is people. Who are the people in your book? Who is the protagonist? What do they want? Who are their enemies? How do they feel about certain aspects of their life? What's in their pocket? Aw. Do they enjoy mayo or mustard? Would they stand BTS? These are the necessary questions you have to ask yourself when it comes to your people. The protagonist isn't the only person you have to worry about. You have friends of the protagonist, villains that either serve as plot points or obstacles that keep your hero busy, extras who come in to tell your character something and then we never see them again, who also have interesting names like Regenstein. Saw it at the zoo. If I see a weird name, I will name a character that name. I might steal your name next. But yeah, you get the gist. Writing is fun, and characters are the best part of the book. Some people might disagree with me and say that the next P is the most important part of the storyline, but I could make a whole other video stating why I think the characters are the most important. It's a good idea. Gotta get these ideas down. Almost done. But as I was saying, there is so much more that I could say about characters. You don't want them to be too complicated, but you want to have enough subplots so that they're not having the substance of a wooden board. You want to get to know your characters inside and out before or after you've written your book. I've had to go back and even change the goals of my characters because they just needed more depth. Your characters are what make your story exciting and fun to read. And your characters will be loved by countless readers. To help with this issue, you can go to Pinterest and find plenty of character lists. Literally, just search character lists and these questions will pop up, along with so much more. I'll leave links in the description for another website that will help you answer character questions. You'll also find writing memes. Look at that. Isn't that just the truth? Also, follow me on Pinterest. This video is not sponsored either. Second P. Plot. The plot of your book is going to keep your story going. It's going to give your characters drive, whoever those people are. Plot is the next part of the balancing act of a story. I agree with J.R. Moehringer when saying that characters are better than plot, but it's still a worthy subject to discuss. Moehringer states, and I quote, "I hate when people ask what a book is about. People who read for plot, people who suck out the story like cream filling in an Oreo, should stick to comic strips and soap operas. Every book is worth a damn about emotions and love and death and pain. It's about words. It's about man dealing with life. Okay, you might not agree with our beliefs, but as I always say, every writer is different. But do you enjoy Star Wars because the Death Star needs to be blown up? Or do you want Luke Skywalker and his friends to win? Do you enjoy the Sorcerer's Stone because Nicholas Flamel made a magic rock? Or do you want the boy who lived to keep on living? Do you enjoy Ouran High School Host Club because Haruhi needs to keep pretending to be a boy? Or do you just want to understand why the host club is dressed up in tropical clothes? Wow, this video went from a discussion to me debating with No one? Hey, the comment section is open if you need to get something off your chest. Let's move on, shall we? Anyway, plot advances the story from the beginning, where the hero's life is simple or tragic and they want to do something about it, or maybe stay where they are. The inciting incident is when something or someone happens upon the hero, giving them the chance of a lifetime, a person to save, etc., 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 and they have to take it or leave it. They should be taking it, or else why are you writing the book? Or maybe the hero goes down a path of their own. Whatever floats your boat. Then we come to all of the obstacles that the hero has to face before finally reaching their goal of taking down the bad guy, or finding a lost city, or just retrieving a stolen relic. These obstacles will cause the hero or the hero's friends to have more sub-goals, like what if their supplies is taken? Gotta go find it. What if one of them gets injured? Gotta heal them. Or let someone go. What if someone joins them? Decide if they can be trusted. So many things can go wrong or right for these characters. As we climb up the rising action, we reach the climax where the hero and their friends discover something that wasn't known before. It's an exciting culmination that leaves your readers turning the pages. After that, we go back down into the falling action until we finally hit the ground with the denouement, where all the loose ends are tied. The hero beat the bad guy, or found the relic, or they found their significant other, or whatever they set out to do, and they can either live happily ever after, you can tease a sequel. That's gonna be a whole other plot to get started on, but an outline should help you with that. Third P, place. Whew, this is a long video. Finally, you're going to have somewhere for your characters to live and journey in. You'll also want to have a time period set. I would have made a fourth P, but place and time are kind of intertwined into setting, so we'll just leave it like this. Basic. The place your characters are is the place the story will move in. It's very important, and using imagery or show don't tell or description will help your readers see the world just as much as you do. This world can be set in a different time. There can be things that happened before that shape the life of your main character, and there can be places that they've been told to fear. There can be sights they want to see one day, whether in this world or another. Everything is up to your imagination when creating a fictional world, and making it as tangible as possible is going to help your audience see what you wanted them to see. You can also leave scenery up to their imagination and have a completely different idea in mind. The possibilities are endless and the sky's the limit. And those are just some of the ways you can begin crafting your story using the 3 Ps. This is just my take on the subject, and there are plenty of other ways to look at this concept, and you can modify my advice however you'd like. You might even hate the little title I came up for this, the 3 Ps. That sounds weird. Oh well. If you like this video and you want to see more writing experiment videos, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to be featured in next week's shoutout, give this video a like, and comment what you want to do to begin your writing routine. And this week's shout out goes to... It means the world to me that you guys are supporting me on this YouTube path, and I really want to make sure you guys are getting the recognition you deserve. Well, that's all for now, folks. You can follow me on Instagram, check out my blog, and find the writing help you need from me on my Fiverr account. All the links will be in the description below. And stay basic. Okay, bye!